Welcome back, everybody. Flanker here. We're going to be continuing our cold water series today. I know it's not a Saturday. It's not. I mean, it's technically a Sunday as I'm recording. You're going to watch this earliest Monday, though. But yeah, I like this game, and even though it's not a Saturday or Sunday, looking forward to playing it. So here's where we're sitting at right now. We completed 2 missions, and we earned a bronze star by sinking a capital ship. Okay. Cool. Okay, so it looks like an ASW patrol ran into us while we weren't being careful there. We'll just evade these guys. They're not our orders, right? We'll check out our orders here. Our orders are to move, like we were discussing, to the Barents Sea and intercept a Soviet supply force. We don't have a ton of weapons, so that's why I don't want to engage this this ASW patrol. You see we got 9 Mark 48s and we got 4 harpoons. So I'm hoping we can make that last for at least 2 more missions. So we will go to battle stations here.
Con sonar, new contact bear. Rig ship for ultra quiet.
See if we can't just get out right away. Nope, sure can't. Okay.
Con sonar, new contact bearing 319.
Let's drop below the layer.
Make depth 200 feet. Dive by.
Head south. Turn on time lapse.
Bearing 319. Designated Sierra 3.
You guys are kind of all over us, huh? Alright, well, before we just totally
come right to 212.
disregard whatever they are, let's do some identification and get some range fixes. Make sure we can run away like we want to do. There's our beautiful Los Angeles class submarine. Okay, we'll go for Sierra 3 first as the closest target. I'm gonna switch keyboards here real quick. I realize I'm using my noisy mechanical keyboard. And as much as you all love hearing those noises, I can imagine you would prefer not to have them in the stream. Great. Okay. Silent keyboard equipped. Okay, continuing identification of this ship.
Con helm.
Let's go
steady
to
course.
our surface contacts. Ooh. Cresta 2. Guided missile cruiser.
Con sonar, Sierra 3 is classified as escort.
Looks like a good match to me. Oh, shoot. Okay. Get some more depth. Increase speed to 10 knots.
0 knots.
Yeah, 19 on the active.
Maneuvering, making turns.
That's definitely good enough. Okay.
0
Snapshot
Shoot 2-2.
while we can. We launched on the wrong side. Tube 2 was a dumb launch. Ooh. Helicopters right overhead. So we're gonna get some depth, so when that SSN 14 comes in, we will have room to evade.
Make depth
400 looks good to me.
Torpedo in the water. Torpedo
There
in
it
the
is.
water.
Okay.
Bearing 330. Con sonar.
Full speed ahead.
Con sonar lost contact. Passing 400 feet.
And probably have to put a
Fire control,
decoy here
lost the
while we're
wire.
speeding up.
Con fire control.
And
Unable to
let's
fire.
launch the Moss.
Shoot 2-1. Aye, sir.
Second
Helm right
SSN
to
14 in the water.
184. Helm aye.
Not a bad. That's easy positioning. We can get them both headed on the same bearing.
Passing 400 feet.
I gotta say, this is gonna be more difficult to play with without a tactile keyboard. I did like those clicks earlier for understanding how far over I had put my rudder, etc. Okay. We're not gonna fool them with that Moss for long. We lost the wire on our torpedo. Hopefully we set the activation. Alright, there we go. We are acquired again.
Con knuckle formed.
Looks like only one of these torpedoes
300 feet.
actually has the range to get a fix on us. which is good news. I'm into that.
Con, knuckle formed.
Yeah, these UGMT torpedoes. Nuisance. Rarely gonna get you, but they'll keep you busy.
Maneuvering, making turns for.
They're keeping us loud right now, too. You can see us cavitating right there. A little knuckle out here for this guy.
Knuckle formed.
Great. Use the camera real quick to check on our torpedo that we sent out there. That's the Moss. There's our Mark 48. We might have overshot. Not like us. Oh no, that's not us. That's a UGMT. That's a Mark 48, I believe. Looks like he definitely overshot. Okay, back to the ship. I'm sorry, the boat.
Room, tube 1 ready.
For the Navy people out there. I apologize. Well, yeah, this evasion mission, it's gonna keep us busy. We got plenty of room to run. Always good. And run we shall. Away from this pesky UGMT. Great, there it goes.
Ultra quiet.
Con sonar, no longer cavitating.
That's rig.
Come right to.
Silent running will come about so that these surface contacts are no longer in our baffles. We'll figure out what the heck is going on out there. Looks like there's a ship-launched torpedo out there. Not too worried about that. Okay, we're coming below 10 knots. So we should start picking up more on our sensors here. We're gonna release from ultra quiet to finish loading tube 2.
Con, torpedo room.
Con sonar.
Yeah, that guy won't pick us up.
On Sierra 3 bearing.
There's the
3,
crest of 2.
2.
We did not hit him with that torpedo. Definitely overshot. Oh geez, these guys got us, huh? This is interesting. I thought the Cresta was Sierra 1 earlier. I think our contacts are swapping out on us. Okay, we got aircraft and weapons nearby. Otherwise, we could leave this combat.
Con sonar regained contact on Sierra.
I think we do want to leave it.
330.
Let's identify Sierra 2. Definitely a surface thing.
Con sonar.
Oodaloy.
Sierra 2
That's
is
nasty.
classified as escort.
I don't like that. I don't like any of this. I'm not trying to tangle with an Oodaloy. They are probably pretty far. We only got weapons nearby now. Not aircraft. There is probably the last weapon. Alright, we will leave. Yep, so it was a Cresta, a Krivak, and an Oodaloy. We lost one Mark 48, but I think it kept him busy. So, well spent. Alright, let's continue. We are supposed to proceed into the Barents Sea. A little tough out there. There's not a lot of strategic sensors. And they got some of their aircraft flying routes out there, as you can see. From Murmansk, there goes that Tu-95, and he'll circle back. Sometimes we do have patrol aircraft that fly over the Barents Sea. That gives us a little insight into what's going on out there. Okay, we're gonna slip the gap. Yep. Okay, I have no idea who engaged us first. So it's like when the strategic aircraft see you on the map like that, the nearby submarine patrols or anti-submarine patrols will head towards you. So you saw there were 2 submarine patrols out there, and when we were spotted, they just straight lined to our location. So we moved over to a surface contact that was moving out, presumably the replenishment convoy, replenishment task force, and one of those 3 task forces made contact with us. So that is what we will be ascertaining here in the first moments of this engagement.
Con, sonar, new
Rig ship for ultra quiet.
Okay. We are rigged for ultra quiet. Okay, well, easiest way.
Sonar, new contact bearing 054.
Figure out what we
Designated
got.
Sierra 2.
Would probably be to up periscope, but I'm gonna resist that urge for now. And we're gonna look at their sonar profile first. Yep, damn, I think this is a submarine patrol. We'll see. And no. That's close. And is on AP. There we go, trawler.
Sonar, Sierra
Of
2
no concern
is
to us.
classified as merchant.
S1. And we certainly got vessels nearby. Damn. This got interesting. This got very interesting. I don't have a lot of information on whatever that is. All the same, I don't think we can just run off. Just in case it is the surface convoy. Grisha. Grisha 3.
Con, sonar, Sierra
How about that for
$1
$1?
is classified as
Now, Grisha's
escort.
not a big concern. They're not very capable, right? They got the they got Test 71 Mike torpedoes and RBU 6000s. So the RBUs are like rocket launched depth bombs, and the 6000 is the range in yards. So that is a concerning weapon, but one that we don't have to worry about unless they're within 6,000 yards. Okay, well, we've identified 1 surface contact, so let's up periscope. Grisha is on a bearing of 117.
Up scope.
We'll bring the periscope around, confirm this contact. There is fairly significant radar out there. Grisha identified. Let's identify that trawler as well, just to be super sure. Trawler. Trawler confirmed. Okay. Not much going on here.
Down scope.
E3, we have an electronic contact out there. Grisha is too far away to have a good fix on us. So it's 94 decibels, the ambient noise. Pretty loud water. Not the loudest, but loud enough. Grisha definitely picked up our periscope. They're increasing speed. Range is 10,000 yards.
Up scope.
We're gonna upscope. Contact E3 is on bearing
Con, sonar, new contact bearing 1, 2,
Sierra 4.
1.
Okay, this is the
Sierra
task force
4.
we are looking for. 3 contacts. That is usual.
Con sonar
one of these.
Master 3 is
Okay.
classified as escort.
There we go. Krivak. Identified. Sierra 4. What is Sierra 4's bearing? 121.
Downscope.
Oops.
Upscope.
Oop.
Con sonar Master 4 is
There we go.
classified as
Alright.
urgent.
Downscope.
Well, I'm glad we didn't do anything too hasty. So the Grisha, we're gonna have to start worrying about him soon. Krivak is the most dangerous thing out here with the SSN 14s. Let's go below the layer. Real quick. Range on the Grisha, 8.8 yards. We're gonna have to launch a torpedo to keep this guy busy.
Shoot 2-3. Aye, sir.
Launch another one over there, keep this guy busy,
Aye, sir.
and launch one in the back to get the Dawn.
Aye, sir.
And with those launches, we will move below the layer.
Make depth 250.
You can expect an SSN 14 really any time from the Krivak. Hopefully he doesn't have a good fix on our range. It's going to be pretty difficult for his sensors out here today. Okay, the Grisha. Pretty close. We're going to... This is interesting. I have to think about my keyboard binding. So I'm playing with a 10 keyless keyboard. And I was just about to activate this torpedo, this Tube 3 torpedo, in order to just get them to travel faster. When you activate the torpedoes, they speed up a little bit, right? And I want to make sure this Grisha can't close the range. But I just realized without my numpad, you can't guide them, right? I gotta check out some alternate key bindings for that. Okay, we are below the layer. Bring it up 50 feet.
Make depth 200 feet.
I want to stay close to the layer. I lost sight of the Krivak when I went below, and I do want to get another fix on him as our torpedo gets closer. Now the Dawn does not have any point defense. That's great. We'll finish him off with harpoons if the situation calls for it.
Con, dive at 200
Torpedo
feet.
3
Dive
activating as acquired. Ooh, I hear a Tu-95 patrol aircraft overhead. Well, maybe not Tu-5, but something. Go a little deeper.
Make depth 300 feet. Dive
How
by.
deep can we go? Not deep enough. This is why I hate the Barents. Okay, Grisha down. Like I said, not a very capable ship unless you find yourself in enclosed waters. Poor guys never really stood a chance. Okay.
Con sonar, launch transient from Master
Whoa.
1. Con sonar, launch transient from Master 1.
Master 1
Con
was the
sonar, launch
Krivak.
transient from Sierra 5.
We should not be launching any torpedoes. We have a submarine out there. That's cool. Okay. Okay. As Soviet submarines do, he's gone active. Tube 4 will activate right there. I'm confident he'll pick up the Krivak.
Con, fire control. Weapon
Looks like he got him. He might have actually gotten the submarine. Ooh.
Con, dive at 300 feet. Dive by.
Now that's some fascinating stuff. Reload that tube 3 with a harpoon. Yeah, dang. I think we just accidentally uh-oh. We just accidentally picked up a Soviet sub. I think that's what happened there. I'm concerned because I believe there's
Con sonar
torpedoes
lost
out there.
Contact. Sierra 5. Last bearing.
Gosh.
07.
All right, what was he?
Contact breaking up.
It's like a victor of sorts.
Con, torpedo room, tube 3 ready.
Maybe a Victor 1 based off the length in the sail. Yeah, Victor 1. Unlucky guy, but looks like he
10 knots. Maneuvering aye.
is gonna keep us busy here.
Con maneuvering. Making turns for 10
And he
knots.
soaked up that torpedo that we were trying to spend on the Krevac. Cheeky little bugger. Looks like his torpedoes were on a bad bearing. He probably just did a snapshot based on our Mark 48. We should glide right by. There they are out there. You see those 2 torpedoes from him. He was pretty close. We didn't pick him up at all. You know, the tactical map here shows his wreck as far further
Con, torpedo room, tube 4
than it
ready.
actually was. Okay, once this close torpedo completes its rightward turn, starboard turn, we are good to go back.
Rig ship for ultra quiet.
We have 1 torpedo prepared for the Krevac. We still have that wire on tube 2, which is great. We'll need that to guide the torpedo into the Dawn. The Dawn shall not get away. I'm very confident of that. Worst case scenario, we'll pick up the Dawn on radar.
Come right to 058. Helm aye.
Guide in some missiles. But before we do that, we'll have to sink this Krevac. We can't have a ship with point defense in between us and the supply tender. Let's see where that Krevac is. No SSN-14 from the Krevac. A little surprising. There we go, good fix on the Krevac.
Shoot tube 4.
Tube 4 away.
Sir.
We've got the wire.
Con, fire control, weapon acquired.
Ship is very close. And very fast, which is great for us, because his sensors are not the best. You can see even at this range and speed, even his active sonar has a -1.
Con,
Now
helm,
0.
Steady course.
Con, fire control, weapon acquired.
-1, now 0, now 2, so it's getting a little better. I forget what this stands for, the unit here, but essentially like chance of contacting us, right? I explained it in the last episode. They want it to be positive. He sees the torpedo. It's turning away from us. Great. Which means his active sonar array's effectiveness should drop. It doesn't see forward. Doesn't seem like that's really modeled. Oh, there it goes. Yep, -50, -50. Perfect. Okay, he's got no idea where we are. I love that.
Fire control, weapon acquired.
These Mark 48s, I've never seen a surface ship outsmart a Mark 48. Especially not a Krevac.
Con sonar.
Or Krevac.
Bearing 1.
I love these missile launchers in the front. Look at how big they are. They're so happy too. 4 little happy faces out front on the ship. Beautiful. Well, he's giving the Mark 48 a run for its money, but I think this turn will bring it in. Tube 2 will load a
Con sonar lost contact. Master 3.
Harpoon.
Last bearing 138.
Oh no,
Contact breaking
that
up.
means we lost the wire on Tube 2, dang. Okay, so we're gonna go to periscope depth. Oops, yeah, just 50
Make
feet.
depth 50 feet, dive high. Rig ship for ultra quiet.
And we are going to reacquire that Dawn. That's the target after all. Everything else was just a bonus. I'm suspecting that our Mark 48 did not acquire it, which is unfortunate. We had to do what we did just based on the proximity of that Grisha. That Grisha was going to get close enough to start giving us more trouble. Real trouble. Gave us basically no trouble as it was. So we did what we had to do there. It was a long shot on the Dawn, though. I wish we had a better aspect, better angle on this task force than we did, right? We were right in the path. The escorts were coming right over us. Would have been nice if we were on the side. We could have gotten at the Dawn a little bit easier. I suppose that's their formation working for them, though. Good job, Ruskies. Didn't work out for you in the end, though.
Con sonar regained contact on Master 4, bearing 128.
All right. Mike 4 reacquired, bearing 128. We are at periscope depth.
Upscope.
Periscope up.
Con, torpedo room, tube 4 ready.
Again, remember there's still patrol aircraft overhead that can give us, well, they can kill us. They got UGMTs. And we are not at depth. Okay.
Downscope.
Identified. Here it is, the target. Okay, so 9,000 tons supply tender. Pretty easy pickings.
Con, dive at
He's
50
got
feet,
you know,
dive
some
by.
anti-aircraft guns and some small caliber guns, but nothing that'll intercept a harpoon missile. Now let's look at his hull. Yep, that other Mark 48 did not find him. We're not too skilled today with our Mark 48s. Okay, let's go to 200 feet.
Depth 200 feet, dive by.
Let's remember his bearing 128, range. Oh, fuck.
Shoot 2-4.
Oh,
Aye, sir.
alright. Well,
Con, fire control. Unable to fire.
we are launching now.
Shoot 2-2. Aye, sir.
Okay. Now they're going to see that.
Make turns.
As a
Con
result,
sonar,
we're going to
we are
cavitate.
cavitating. Come
We're going
right
to move
to
towards the target.
117.
We're going to go to 400 feet.
Peak depth 400 feet, dive by.
Sorry about that, guys. So the reason why you really got to get away right away from those missiles is they leave a unmistakable smoke at the point where the missile comes out of the surface, breaks the surface of the water. It attracts missiles, it attracts aircraft, and you can see there is the patrol aircraft. Now this guy, so this isn't a Tu-95. I forget what these guys are. They've got a magnetic anomaly detector.
Sonar, Sierra 5 is classified
and they
as
also
submerged submarine.
They also have UGMT torpedoes that they can drop just like that. And let's. No, I'm sorry, that's a sensor.
Contact. Master 4. Last
So yeah, so they drop the
bearing
sonar
129.
buoys.
Contact
They use their
breaking up.
magnetic anomaly detector to kind of
Dive at
figure out where we are, and they drop
400 feet,
torpedoes.
dive by. Rig ship for ultra quiet.
And it's no good for us. Okay, great. So we have moved about 2 yards away. You know, we'll keep it up actually.
Con sonar, we are cavitating. Make turns for con sonar.
We can
no
do 20
longer
knots without
cavitating.
cavitating, so we'll do 20 knots. We'll get
Maneuvering. Making
at least
turns
4 yards
for
in between us and
20
the
knots.
launch point. 4,000 yards. So the Dawn went down. Great. Looks like our first Tomahawk was on point. We can't go check it out, but 2 Tomahawks, that was enough for that 9,000 ton ship. And also, while I was chatting, it seems like we identified the Victor. Kind of weird. I don't know how we identified it after it was sunk, but we already knew what it was because we took a look at the 3D model. Shallow water. The guys in the front will be okay. Somebody will come get him. Maybe. Nah, now I'm making the cursed disaster. Sad stuff. Okay, we have weapons nearby. Yep. There's a UGMT in the water.
Rig ship for ultra quiet.
Okay, we are basically far enough away that we'll...
Come left to
Go to ultra quiet.
8, helm aye.
Make depth 450 feet, dive aye. Make depth 400 feet, dive aye.
Looks like this aircraft's on us.
Con, helm, steady
We
course.
don't have a lot of options. Normally we could go deep to get away from him.
Con, dive at 400
At this point, he's
feet,
pretty
dive
much
aye.
going to get to play with us until he decides he's done. There we go. Alright. All 4 ships sunk. 2 escorts, 1 supply tender, 1 submarine. We have 4 Mark 48s and 2 harpoons remaining. So depending on the mission, we could take on another one. Possible we'll have to return to Holy Loch for more supplies. But 1 more mission down. Ooh, an award. Okay. I'll take it. The Navy Commendation Medal. Alright. Big golden eagle for us. Nice. Safe seas. Several NATO groups have recently been operating unopposed. The enemy has little ability to operate efficiently in the Barents Sea. Nice. Alright, good job, boys. Next mission is to return to Holy Loch for supplies. I like that mission. Locate and sink any hostile warships during transit if possible. I think we can. And why not? Let's get some Mark 48s in the tube. And we'll let these submarines just wander into us. This should be some easy engagements. We'll spend these Mark 48s and then we'll get headed back. Okay, so we got thermal layer at 209.
On sonar, new contact bearing 0.
Rig ship for ultra quiet.
Always pays to get below the layer, in my opinion.
Con sonar, new contact bearing 1.
Make depth 250 feet, dive aye.
Okay.
Con sonar, new contact bearing
3
1
contacts.
0 4. Designated Sierra 3.
Ooh,
Con sonar, Sierra
an
1
Alfa.
is classified as
That's a
submerged
nasty submarine. In November,
Con sonar.
A
Sierra
decidedly
2 is
not
classified
nasty
as
submarine.
Submerged submarine.
no. Nearly the profile of Foxtrot. But not quite.
Con sonar, new contact bearing 0 8 3. Designated Sierra 4.
Trawler.
Con sonar, Sierra 3.
The Foxtrot
is
and
classified as
trawlers.
Merchant.
Very close to each other. And no way. Get out of here.
Con sonar,
Get
Sierra
outta
4
here.
is
2
classified
Alphas.
as submerged submarine.
Oh man. I'm really regretting sticking around. Okay. Let's take it down another 30 feet.
Make depth 3.
We'll use our
dive aye.
super secret sensors to determine if there are any patrol craft, also known as the F4 key. There are no enemy patrol craft. Well, we got that going for us. Gosh, 2 Alphas. Unless I got one of them misidentified. I think there is a sonar profile close to the Alpha. Nothing comes to mind right now. What a weird task force for them. I know it's weird in the first place that the Soviets did send out submarines in groups. That is true. It's weird to me. And this is a weird one because they have 2 Alphas and 1 November. So these are all attack submarines that we're facing, and the Alphas are incredibly modern.
Con, dive at
Very
300
fast.
feet.
They have
Dive
the
by.
best weapons that the Soviets offer. And I mean, when I say fast, I mean fast, far faster than our Los Angeles class submarine. And we are the fastest submarine class that the Americans have at this point, right? But they have us, we go about somewhere above 30 knots. I can't remember exactly what. They go 40. Like 43, 44. So not fast enough to outrun a Mark 48, but fast enough to just play with it until it runs out of fuel. I mean, the Alpha is a very capable submarine. And I find their artificial intelligence in the game great. Okay, we got a solid solution on one. We'll go take a look at them. That is an Alpha. Beautiful lines, really. You can see it's got the sonar array up there on the sail. 6 tubes on the front and more sonar array. You can't see it so well though. On the lower side of the bow. Very small, very compact boat. Small crew, very automated, very modern, very frankly, probably in terms of just being an attack submarine, probably better than the Los Angeles. Now, in terms of operational range, the Alpha doesn't have the kind of endurance that we do, but none of that matters in this tactical engagement, right? Very cool submarine, very cool. Okay. Strangely enough, we are getting a good fix on the. Let's check there. Okay, so he's -6 on passive sensors. He is at 5,000 yards. Pretty damn close. Other Alpha identified right there. Is it actually an Alpha? Dude, screw me if it is. Oh yeah, it is. That's crazy. I've never seen that. 2 Alphas and 1 Soviet Wolfpack. That's insane. Well, it's strange that we've gotten a fix on these 2 Alphas first, but we're still struggling to get that November. Alpha noise is 142 decibels, semi-quiet. November is 160. Now sonar thinks that these Novembers are rather close. This particular November is. I don't know if he is. I feel like we should have gotten a good fix on him by now. If he really was so close.
Come left to 048, helm I.
Okay, let's get in this other Alpha's baffles. Let's get real close. We'll use that technique we used the other day. Launch torpedoes so close that from the baffles that when they snapshot, they'll overshoot us. So let's get sonar on Sierra 1. And we'll keep an eye on his passive sensors as we cover the distance.
Come left to 042, helm I.
Crazy. Crazy, crazy. Distance to the other Alpha is 13,000 yards, nearly 14,000. That's a shot that's not happening. Resolution to that November is starting to pick up.
Come right to 053, helm I.
I want to get a fix on that November. Solution is 63%. we might have a wrong solution, wrong identification. I think it looks really good, but I'm gonna go through the other sonar profiles just to make sure.
Con, helm, steady course.
Yeah, that's November, boys. That range has got to be wrong, though. I just feel there's no way we would be this close to a November and have such a poor solution, yet have such a good solution on these alphas. That's really strange. Okay, well let's time lapse. I don't think we're gonna get
sonar, Sierra
too
4
close.
is cavitating.
Whoa. What are you doing? It's a weird maneuver. Okay, we are in the baffles of Sierra 1. 3 subs, 3 torpedoes. All are below the layer. We're about 5,000 yards from Sierra 2, and we're not going to be getting any closer. The November 2 contact is only 85%. Speed is -1 knots. Gosh, man. That is the weirdest maneuvering I've seen. Is it a whale? No, it can't be a whale. That's still just the most bizarre November maneuvering I've seen in this game yet. Okay, but enough messing around. Let's do it. We'll put 1 weapon on each target in order to keep them busy, except for Sierra 1, which will sync with that weapon. We'll do Sierra 1 first. Actually, if Sierra 4 is going to keep coming around, we may delay a little bit. We can get some extra time. Yep, there we go. Okay, so now is the time to launch. We're going to switch to active homing on these torpedoes, just in case they try and go quiet. Okay. Tube 2 on Sierra 1. Away.
Shoot 2 con sonar, launch transient from
Snapshot
Sierra
from
2.
Sierra 2. That's going to be a good snapshot. Looks like we got a fix on Sierra 2 now. We're going to put out a weapon for Sierra 2. And Sierra 4 will get a weapon now as well.
Con, fire control, we've lost the wire.
Lost the wire on Sierra 4. We'll load another weapon in there. We'll drop down to 400 feet and make speed for 15 knots.
1-5.
Actually, make it 20.
Make turns for 2.
Let's see if we
0
can't.
knots. Maneuvering eye.
Actually, no. Hold on. We'll make it
Make turns for
15. Ah,
1,
damn. That's
5
exactly what I didn't want to lose the
maneuvering
wire.
eye.
Well, what's done is done.
Con sonar lost contact. Sierra 3, last bearing 1-0-5. Contact faded. Make turns for 2.
I don't really care about
0
Tube 2.
knots. Maneuvering eye.
Con, torpedo route.
Con maneuvering.
We'll make
making
20
turns
knots.
for 2-0.
Trying to get out of the acquisition cone of that. One of those torpedoes headed for us from the November. Crazy, man. Of all the submarines to give us trouble today, it's the November. It's funny. This will go well, though. I'm not concerned. Weapons, we are nearly out. We'll load a harpoon into Tube 2, and that is it. We have expended Everything in the stores and what we got in the tubes is what we got.
Con sonar regained contact on Sierra 1, bearing 114.
Was this in November? It was.
Con, torpedo room 2.
Oh, and he turned around. We're gonna lose him. Okay. Let's make 33 knots.
Sonar, we are cavitating.
I don't care if we're cavitating. We just gotta get moving, otherwise we're gonna get caught in that torpedo's cone. Looks like we'll narrowly avoid that. Maybe we should have saved that torpedo from the November until we had a better solution.
Contact Sierra 2, last bearing 189. Contact faded.
Alright, great.
Rig shift for ultra quiet.
That
Con
torpedo
sonar,
will miss
no longer
us, so
cavitating.
good evasions there. Gosh, what a dum-dum Alpha. Normally these guys are way better at evasion. I'll take it. I won't complain. You know, we should have done a circular search on that
Con
other
sonar
ad
lost
cap.
contact. Sierra
Alright, hit
1,
there.
last bearing 1.
This guy's got a big hole.
Contact breaking up.
On the stern of the boat. Good news for us. Okay.
Con sonar, come right
We're gonna
to
come about.
116, helm I. Con maneuvering. Come right to 132, helm I.
About to starboard so that we can get some
Come right to
sonar arrays looking at that
129,
November.
helm I.
Now the looks like the Alpha launched a torpedo basically on the November's bearing. Maybe if we get lucky it'll acquire. Ooh. That's not what we wanted to see. No, 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 no. We're gonna hit the trawler with that other torpedo. That's a war crime. No? That's not ours. Okay. This is ours, and we've acquired a trawler. That's bad. Sorry, boys.
Con sonar lost contact. Sierra 3, last bearing
And
126.
alright, time to get out of here before the UN comes. That is unfortunate. They were right on top of that guy, though. Damn. That means that other Alpha's gonna be out there too.
Con, helm, steady course.
Okay. There's the November. We're gonna do something here real quick. See if we can change some key bindings. Don't need camera adjustments from the arrow keys, so I'm gonna put this to nope. Oh, crap. What was this before? Down arrow? Okay. That's awkward now. It's very awkward. No, I want nothing. How do I do nothing on this? I could do keys I don't use during the game. We'll assign these to some number keys. Okay, we'll make you 0. There we go. Okay, so we got those keys rebinded so that we can Launch a torpedo out there. Pause a moment here. We lost that other Alpha, curiously. Don't know what he's doing. It's very curious. November out there, target solution 84%. We can do better than that. 93, 95, there we go. Perfect solution on the November. We're gonna launch a torpedo active homing. Circular search pattern. Left turn. We're gonna launch it right there, just in case we lose the wire. Okay, there's great. I'm gonna do it right there.
Shoot 2-4. Aye, sir.
Alright. We got the wire. I'm always about that. And off it goes. Yeah, we'll grab this November, then we'll get out of here. There's no sense in working really hard for the other Alpha. I find if you don't get the jump on an Alpha, they're gonna get away. They're just too capable. That guy, big dum-dum. Like I said, they're usually a bit smarter. Usually when they attempt to evade torpedoes, they change depth pretty aggressively, which works really well for them because they are such a tiny submarine. The torpedoes can't change depth fast enough to match them. Now they didn't do that here today. We're gonna bring in that activation. 15,000 yards for Sierra 2, the November. Easy. We got some sonar pings on about a 160 bearing. That's probably the other Alpha. Or maybe it's a weapon. In fact, that's our weapon. Nothing to worry about there. Yeah, look at how old this submarine looks. It's got like a limousine shape, cigar shape. Nothing like the teardrop albacore shape of the more modern submarine hulls, especially once you get to the stern. That's when the submarine really shows its age. 2 outboard propellers. Weird planes. Such a knife edge right there too for cutting through the water on the surface. It's a nuke boat too. This was November was the first nuke boat that the Russians made. Not much of a challenge. In fact, these submarines are just terribly deft too. They are not hard to sneak up on at all. Speed it up here a little bit. As much as I know everybody loves watching torpedoes slowly home in. He sees the torpedo.
Con sonar, noisemaker bearing 1.
No snapshot from him. Torpedo acquires. He's launched a countermeasure, but it'll go in. Just a matter of time at this point.
Con, fire control, weapon acquired.
I'm sure it did, fire control. I don't have time to think about that though. I'm admiring how cool our submarine looks.
Con
Very,
sonar,
very
noisemaker
cool.
bearing 198.
Alright, back to this guy. He launches a countermeasure, but We got him.
Fire control, weapon acquired.
I think that's it. Maybe he'll launch another. I think not, though.
Con sonar lost contact. Sierra 2, last bearing
Solid.
196. Contact breaking up.
Very solid. Okay. That should be good enough for us to disengage. Negative. Vessels nearby. Which I
Come
can't do
right
anything
to
about.
2,
We have 0 torpedoes left. It's time to leave. We'll turn up the speed and
259.
start moving the opposite direction of Sierra 4's last known location.
Steady course.
We'll get out of here. Nothing left to do. Okay, once we've moved 4,000 yards, we'll try again. Yeah, so not too bad. Wish we had gotten the other Alpha, but 1 out of 2. I'm not disappointed. Got the November, had to spend 2 weapons to do it, but we got them. First weapon kept him busy. Looked like he turned around and went full speed ahead, the opposite direction. That's what I do in November. Okay, let's give this a shot. Great. Okay, 1 Alpha got away. Yep, just as we knew, just as we said. Okay, great. Well, thanks for watching, guys. Another episode of Cold Water. Successful so far, all success. No damage sustained. In fact, we completed 3 missions so far. Shook off an ASW patrol and sunk a group of two Russian submarines out of a group of 3, and now we're on our way back to Holy Law. All right, so if you want to keep seeing how this campaign develops, join me for the next episode, subscribe, and get that alert. Thanks.